Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of my modded Let's Play series. I just saw this. I don't know what's going on with my skin. This is not my skin. I have no idea how this happened. I'm not sure. I tried relogging, it stays the same skin. This is not the default. I don't know if this is some kind of prank from one of the mod makers that puts that in here, or what's going on. But I look very weird. I don't like it, but hopefully it will go away soon. Now, last time we set up our oreberry bush farm down here, and it's working pretty good, guys. I did a lot of mining. I got a couple more iron and gold berry bushes, and also... No, I didn't get any more XP, but I also got more of the copper, tin, and aluminum. And of course you guys were right. I actually totally forgot that I don't need to send them up to get smelted, okay? If I would use a Java barrel and simply put a nugget in it, it would make all these ore berries that we are getting into nuggets. And then I don't need to send it up to smelting. But the system works. I don't want to change it now. And I'm okay with using that smelter or that furnace up there. You guys notice I put down and crafted a world anchor. Because this farm is so slow that I wanted it to keep going while I was offline. Okay, or I shouldn't say, yeah, when I wasn't on the server. And it's easy to craft, and I made a world anchor because that one stays loaded. If you make a personal anchor, it will only keep chunks loaded that you have visited, but when you're offline, it doesn't work anymore, okay? And one Ender Pearl lasts 12 hours. And we got a couple things in this chest now, which isn't bad. I like the free clay for sure. Even the sand. This is not bad to have, right? So this works out. This is everything I got since the last episode. It's not a lot, hey, but it's free, right? So, my problem is, guys, I want to get started with Steve's cart today. I want to set up our mining operation. I really want to get going with that because we are now... what is this? Episode 11 or something in the series? And I would really like to start, you know, going deeper into some of the mods, and it requires a lot of materials. Especially Steve's carts. It is very expensive, guys. I started this with 29 diamonds. I have 7 left now. And all I have made is the reinforced hull. The coal engine doesn't need any. And now I want to upgrade this basic drill to the hardened drill because it does a large area. And we get into this in a minute, what all this stuff does. But you see, I need another block of diamond. And then I'm sure I'm going to need more diamonds for something else. It's quite expensive to make. But I hope it will pay off itself quite soon when this mining operation is going. But I need to mine some more diamonds, and it is time that I make myself a really good hammer. You'll guys see in a minute downstairs what I have dug out over the course of this series. But in order to do that, I would like to get my hands on some magical wood to make the parts, because we're gonna hopefully be able to put this energy cell on the hammer, so I don't need to worry about durability. I can just charge it over via my solar panel or something. We'll have to figure that out. So let's put that here. And we can make this... Wow, this only makes me 3. Holy moly. Alright, so what's the next level? This one here. That is Flim Flam 3. I can make 4 of these. Alright, and for the magical wood, what do I need for it again? Magical, there we go. I need to have 4 of these, 4 gold in a bookcase. Okay, and then the higher this enchant is here, guys, the better of this magical wood we get. And emeralds are very easy to come by for me here. So I want to go this route. 2, 3, and 4. And of course, I did not bring any wood or gold with me. I could break a tree here, but I don't want to right now, so let's just go get some. And the gold is also there. I'm out of everything, guys. It's really crazy. I got to set up the mining operation. That's what we're gonna do today, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because we're gonna use these carts and whatever. Give me 6 and give me... Where are my books? Okay, am I going crazy? Is this the only books I had? No, there's more. Okay. But that's enough. All I need is 1. Give it to me. Alright, so that And I really hope that that gives me a lot of magical wood, not just a little bit. What? What? Did I get it wrong? Okay, 25. Awesome. That is plenty of magical wood. Okay, that's worth of using almost all my emeralds. Let's put this back. And this, and I don't need you anymore. I hope I got everything else. Yeah, the redstone and lapis and so on I'll do in a minute. I don't really want to upgrade the tool on camera because it just takes so long and it's very loud. But let's go ahead and make, we need, number one, a tough tool rod pattern. We need one of you. And then we need 2 of these. 1, 2. Alright. Wow. 6 left. Let's put these in here. I made the hammerhead out of cobalt to get the really good mining speed. So what are you gonna be? 29. Wow. Almost 3,000 durability. I believe that you need to have at least 10% of the energy cell as durability. So I need at least 2,000 durability in order to put this on there. And I have 6 modifiers, which is awesome. That is really, really good. So let's go ahead and make this guy. And I didn't name it. I always forget to name those. Bam, there we go. We can put it on here. Now we have a hammer that does not lose durability. And we can simply charge it via power. And I also made a dev null just so I can I actually right click with this? I can. That's very cool. Sweet. Because, you know, in case you dev null is just an apple and a cobblestone, you shift right click and then you put in, and this is all the items it sucks up. And I forgot. I'm gonna grab my last bag and then I'll meet you guys down in my quarry. I have 10 lapis left, and I got it to 280 of 450, and I put 4 modifiers of redstone on there so far. And I want to get another one. Right now we're at 14.27, and let's put one more on there. Let's see how far that gets us. I just want the thing to be lightning fast. This gets us to 18.26. That is not too bad, so let's put this in here. That is all I got left, and I'm leaving everything here so I have the most possible room. And this bag right here is just so I can, you know, keep going for as long as I can until the thing runs out of charge. Now let's head down to the shaft, and I can show you guys, because I don't think I've, well, I think I've shown it once, but not recently, on how much mining I've done. You know, number one, over here is a huge tunnel system. You guys see it on the minimap. It just goes straight forever, and I was mining out and everything. And that side I pretty much keep for my lava and so on. And I'll check out how much stuff I have excavated down here. There's also some cave systems that go away from here. Look how long you gotta run to the end of this. And you can clearly tell how up to here, a little bit, yeah, over here, you guys see I clear out the ceiling and the floor and the walls and so on. And then right here is kind of where I stopped, because it's a lot of work. And a lot of times I don't need anything. Now for sure, if I find lapis, I'm gonna get that again. And, you know, it's kind of like you need something. I can come down here and I see it. You don't, there's a lot of lapis right here. I'll get that later. But yeah, over here is where I want to continue now. And hopefully I can get a lot of... Wow, look how fast this hammer is. That is nice. Very nice. Magnet wouldn't be bad, right? Totally forgot about... Thinking of making one of those, possibly. Check it out. I got my skin back. I'm very happy. So I did a lot of mining yesterday. This is actually the next day. I did a lot of mining, guys. I got 51 diamonds. And this hammer is up to 450 lapis now. It automatically did it. I didn't put any more. But every time you break something that is affected by lapis, or by the looting enchant, you have a chance to get another point in it. And then it eventually maxed out at 450. Now I'll show you guys a little change over here. I used some of those diamonds to make, what was it? I think 7 more. Yes, 7 more of these lasers. And I also put a new hardened energy cell in between here. And I upgraded these from the leadstone to the hardened flux duct. And I added 2 more of these furnace generators. And I put all blocks of charcoal in these now, so they last longer. And this one here I did, not really for the assembly table, but I built this guy right here. The charging table. In this one, you can put your tool in, and it charges it for me. I was thinking of what to do if I wanted to get a capacitor bank from Ender.io or something, but I don't have any machines set up yet. We're probably gonna do that in a very near future. I want to start to set up all the machines, but first we're gonna need to have some kind of a different power production than this. And this one charges it up quite quickly. It's not too bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that hammer here right now. Now the other thing is, I got all the parts besides one. I'm missing one more part right here, and then we can assemble this. And I explain all the different parts in a second and why I chose those. Let me put my armor back on. But the last part we need right here is the ore extractor. That is the most important one. And this is very expensive. This is the most expensive one. It needs one of these Galgadorian metals, which you make with diamond blocks, and then a bunch of these eyes of Galgador. Okay? And these, I need fermented spiders. I went to the nether and farmed the gas tiers. I had 7, I needed a few more. And the magma creams were no problem, I had those. And the eyes of Ender also were no problem. I picked up a couple more blaze rods in our little cobblestone blaze farm. But I need fermented spider eyes, and I have 3 spider eyes. Where are they? Right there. Well, now I have 4. But I need 10 altogether, and this is a little hard to just, you know, hunt spiders somewhere in the world. By the way, speaking of, do I have mushrooms? Would they be in here or here? Yes, okay, so I can grow some big mushrooms outside in a minute. And so I have enough of those, but I remember that I found this cave spider farm. Cave spider spawner, I should say. Down here. Let's hop over this. And come down right here. There was a mine shaft right here. And it's right there. They're really close to the house, right? So I just made this little makeshift farm here, guys. I don't want to spend too much time here. Eventually, I think I would like to make a nice farm out of this for string, spider eyes, XP, whatever. So I just made this here, and I'm a little bit, not really worried or something, but I'm not sure. You know, cave spiders are real funky when it comes to how you can farm them. So if I put this here, can I still reach through on the bottom? No. But if I take this out, neither. Take this out, then I can reach them from underneath here. Because I don't know if they fit through a half slab or through this iron bars here. They have a very small hitbox. But I think we'll start with this one. I'm not too worried. I'm not gonna get overrun or something right away. I have pretty good armor and also the sword. So why don't we just give this a try and start this. Of course I need to get... Oh, what is this weird hitbox here? You guys see that? The black outline? Alright, here we go. No. Alright, let's get down there. Put this guy in here. Oh, and my block. Okay, good. So let's see how well this one works. I don't really, you know, need too much. I don't like when you need to hop. So there would be everything pushed back one. Okay. Alright, they cannot get out. That is good news. It's been a while since I built a cave spider farm. Last one was, I think, in Infinity Evolved. Yes, so if I stand underneath it, are you gonna hit me? No. Hey guys, this works out nicely. I'm very happy. I didn't spend much time excavating this room, and already got 3 spider eyes. So that is perfect. That's how I'm gonna get the rest. Now, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the mod pack itself. Before the last cut, I said I wanted a magnet, right? And there's a bunch of magnets in here, but I always like the Quantum Flux item magnet the best. So I added Quantum Flux to the mod pack, and then while I was at it, I added 2 more mods. And I wanted to just show you. The Quantum Flux I added to the mod pack, and I also added, and I think you guys are going to be very happy to hear about that, Draconic Evolution. Of course, very end game, guys. I'm not going to jump to that or anything. And I also added Ender Utilities because I would like to... Whoa, get away. I'd like to get my inventory under control, guys. It really bothers me having all these different golden bags of holding and so on. So we're going to have to make ourselves a nice handy bag from Ender Utilities eventually. And there's a lot of other cool things that I've never really shown in any of my series. So I figured I'm going to add these. Finally got this ore extractor crafted up, and now we're ready to assemble this, okay? The first thing you need to make is this cart assembler right here. It's very cheap to make, it's no problem at all. You need to make a bunch of these PCPs throughout all these different parts anyway. So make yourself like 15, 20 or something like that. You'll need them. So, Steve's cart. Everything is based on this hull right here, okay? There are 3 different types, I think 3 or 4. Hulls. The first one is a wooden one. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Right there. The wooden hull. And you guys see it has a modular capacity of 50. And a complexity cap of 15. Maximum engines 1. And no add-ons. Then you go to the standard hull, which has a modular capacity of 200. Complexity 50. This is quite cheap to make. This is all just iron. So for example, like if I make something easier, and let's say a farming cart or a manual cart that you just put a seat and a handbrake in and something like that, I would go with the iron standard hull. But I went with this reinforced hull, which is a bunch of this reinforced metal. You gotta craft a million of these right down here. It's really a lot of them. So you need a lot of obsidian and diamonds. That's what I needed all these diamonds for mostly. And this one has, you know, capacity of 500, complexity 150, max add-ons 12, and so on and so on and so on. And when you check here, I have a, actually doesn't tell me what I'm using. It just says how much capacity I have and the complexity cap. Total cost 333. So that might be the number that needs to be lower than this. So with a standard hull, I could not assemble this, okay? So that's why I went with this reinforced one right away. And all I have in it is 1 coal engine, a hardened drill. So this makes it go with coal or charcoal. This drills. And then I have 3 attachments. 1 to place torches. 1 to lay the track in front of us while we're moving or underneath us. And a bridge builder. So if I get to a lava field or a ravine or something, it will just build a bridge over it so it doesn't stop, okay? Then storage. The only 2 I can add is a top chest and internal storage. I cannot put side chests because we have this. There is no behind chest. Front, of course, I cannot add either because that's where the drill is. So these are the only 2 chests or storages I can add. And then I have 4 add-ons. Because liquids kill your minecarts, okay? I've lost many of these in the past, and I really hope that we're not running into problems this time. I added the liquid sensor. Those are these little eyes up here, these antennas. And what that is supposed to do is that when it starts drilling and it knows, hey, behind this block, if I'm about to break it, there would be water or lava, it won't break it. It will stop moving. It will turn around and leave the area alone. That's how I think it works. Because if you have water spilling, it flushes away your rail carts. So that means this one pops off and becomes an entity in the world, which despawns after 5 minutes. So you lost your cart, right? The next thing is the height control. We'll go into this later when we set it up. You can tell it at what Y level to dig. Then I have a chunk loader add-on, which is important, you know, because I'm not going to babysit this after a while. I want it to just do its business. And then the most important one when it comes to effectiveness is this ore extractor. And I'll explain that also when it actually runs. But what that does is, let's say, because this drill, this hardened drill does a 5x5, okay? So let's say it digs out these 5, but it finds on the 6th spot here, there's a coal, okay? And there's a whole coal vein. It will dig that out, including the vein. So you can, you know, instead of just having the 5x5, it actually is 5x5 plus whatever ore is directly around it. So that is huge. You know what I mean? Oops, I don't need this one. This is huge in the output. So, what do you guys see? It takes 2 hours and 52 minutes to assemble this now. And I made a bunch of charcoal blocks. You gotta be kidding me. I can't put that in there. Can I hopper you in there? Do I have a hopper ready? Yes. Let's see if we can hopper it in there. Yes, alright. So we're just gonna fill this up down here. And then fill this up here. And then, because I don't know how much charcoal this is going to need. Oh, wow. I gotta stop putting that in here. I'm getting full. I have 29 diamonds left. That's awesome. I like it. So, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Oh, I gotta click on assemble. There we go. And it takes all the parts, and now there's nothing else you can do. It just takes 2 hours and 52 minutes. Which is, you know, that's a little bit crazy, but hey, we gotta live with it. So, what is the other thing now between this cut and the next one? Because I gotta wait for so long. Oh, by the way, that's how you grow mushrooms out without mycelium. You just make a 2 deep hole and then you put some kind of a cover above it so it doesn't have sky access, and then eventually this will grow. I don't have any more bones. I have 2 bones left. I've been using this stuff here from the compost bin. And you just come here, and that's also like bone meal. I don't care if I lose a lot of. There we go. And that grows you a big mushroom just like that. And can I put you back in here? No. Alright, I'll just, you know what? I'll keep that in here in case I need bone meal on the go. Let me put this charcoal back in here. Now, because I have this chunk loader down there, guys, things have been happening in the area when I'm not online. For example, all the wood that I had in here is finally gone, and I'm back to 356... Yeah, 356 buckets of creosote. That's what that means. But I already took out a bunch. This is my new Railcraft bag, by the way. I think this is purple or magenta, one of those two. And I have 64 and 37 here. So now, until the next cut, I'm gonna make a bunch of rails. I'm gonna make more torches, and I also want to build a few more other things here that we're gonna need to make this automatic when we go over there, okay? And then I'll show you guys where our mining area is, and we're gonna set up our Steve's cut. I'm so excited, guys. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, because we're gonna be doing a lot with Railcraft in this series. I decided to make a reinforced crowbar. That's with 3 steel and 4 red dice, and we're gonna enchant this puppy and see if we get something good. Implosion 3. Yeah, thanks for that. I have no idea what that is. Maybe if I have gunpowder on me or something, and then something attacks me or I hit it, it goes boom. But that is definitely a horrible enchant. I don't like it at all, but that's fine. So I think I got everything together, so I wanted to show you guys where this area is. And the rail cart, we're not gonna set that up today, that rail cart, but I'm gonna have everything come over here, and then I have to figure out where I want to set up our factory building. Because all that ore that we're getting in the beginning, I'm just gonna collect, but then later on I want this to be automated. So, you know, the rail carts bring it, and it automatically gets processed and stored and put away and all these good things. Because that's the most fun, right? Alright, it is right here. I guess that's not very smart if I have a log here, because then anything can just jump in. So right here, this is gonna be our mining outpost for now. I just wanted it to be somewhat safe so no mobs can run in here and so on. First thing I'm gonna do is put down a bed. Right there for now. So, check it out. It's in this bag. Come on, open it. So this is the big cart that we put together earlier. That took 2.5 hours to complete. That's gonna be doing the work for us. I also made a small one. It's just a standard hull with a coal engine, a seat, and a brake handle. That took 3 minutes to be made. And that is just something, so later on when our main cart, you know, laid miles and miles of track, and we want to go somewhere to check out what's going on or whatever, we can just place that on the track and then use its engine, its built-in engine, to get us down there. Okay, that is all that is for, and this is all the materials I got together. I have so many tracks I can make with all these ties that we have. It's really cool. Alright, let's just start putting out some things here. I'm gonna use these right here. I want the minecart to go down right there, okay? So once this Steve's cart hits this one there, it can't go any further. It will start digging down. So this is our entrance right here. And then it's going to come over here. And then right here, we're going to have to set up a little bit of logic. So let me see how we want to do that. We probably want to come this way. Let's come to... maybe we'll go in one further here. Yeah, I wish I would have gotten efficiency or something here on that. Alright, let's just come around this way. And we're gonna take it nice and wide. And then come through like this. And then back out that way. Yes, so we're gonna put all our logic over here for now. And then we can make the other rail station and so on over here. Of course, I can move all this around if I need more room. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we want to do here. Now, I don't know if I need this detector track with this right here. This module toggler. I want to set that up. And we need to put this somewhere. Let's put it here. Okay? So this has something here. You see the blue arrow and the yellow arrow. And because I learned from the past that this drill right here is very dangerous when you let it drive around here with the drill going. Let's say the cart comes around this way and I don't have this track anymore for some reason. Creeper explosion, whatnot, okay? It will then start digging down right here, okay? And if there's machines or whatever, it will break those. So I want to make it so when the rail cart comes from downstairs right here, so towards the yellow, we're gonna disable the drill. Orange direction, I need one that has both. An orange direction, deactivate. Blue direction, activate the blue. So when it passes that way, it will turn it on. And if it passes that way, it will turn it off. And like I said, I don't know if I need to have a detector track here or not. These are advanced detector tracks from Steve's carts itself. I'm gonna leave it there for right now. Okay, I don't know if I need it or not, but I'm gonna leave it there. So, then the first thing I guess I want to do is going to be over here. Right there, we're gonna have our... I'm gonna say this is going to be the resupplying. And then let's go to... Yeah, let's do it like this. And right here and right there. Right here, I'm gonna have a manual one and this one and that one. The second one right here is going to unload the actual goodies, okay, that come from the mineshaft. And then this one here, for the beginning, perfect. I'll just use this one right here. I'm going to just make a manual shut off. So the cart comes from down there, comes around here. When it did its business, it's gonna sit here and wait, okay. And then I need to press this button for it to go back down there. Over there, the drill gets turned on and it continues mining. Because I want to make sure that, you know, once the cart comes back here, I can check that the refilling work and so on. And after a while, we're just going to let it go for good. All right. So these things right here are called cargo managers. And they're both on red right here, okay? So this one right here, we're going to see... You can separate them right here, okay? I can say red, yellow, green, and blue. So if you have a circle going around here, you can do different things on every side. And then it says right here, each side has its own slot. And then here it says, each color has its own slot. Which I'm not sure what the difference is between those, because every side has a color. So, I don't know. But for now, I'm going to just leave this on, okay? And red is going to be change part of the cart, currently all slots. All right, and the arrow is pointing to the cart. So what we're gonna put in here, let me put, how am I gonna do this? Let's put, all right, let's get all the tracks out, put all those in here, and then we'll take out all the bridge building blocks that we might need. You cannot use cobble in those slots here, by the way. What? Okay, hold on a second. Can I change this? Each side has its own slot, each color. So let's do each side, and here... Can I change this to red? Oh, sweet. So I can separate these. Okay, I like that better. Let's do this. But they're all going to red. And then we'll change this one as well. And this one. Okay. Good. And then we still have this and that. So torches we're going to put down here. I believe the most we're going to need is torches and rails. We're not going to need as much of this stuff here, but I know we'll need a lot of that. And I just made a ton of it, just so I have enough. Okay, and now we're going to put the charcoal down here. Unfortunately, if I shift click, right, it's going to go up there. Yeah, it doesn't go into the one. Now, the other thing is also, guys, you can also toggle this directly to right here. Let's set this currently railer. Then this one here, we're going to set to torches. You could leave it in all slots, but I just like having this separated. And then this one is going to bridge material, and this one is going to engine. Very cool. So that's done. And this one right here, we are going to set to change slot layout. Now this one here, we are turning the arrow from the cart to here, and we're going to change this to storage slots. Okay, and I'm going to separate them. This is going to stay empty, this and that. So the goodies that are coming back, it's going to unload into here. And now from there, we're going to have to set something up. Let's get this guy out. And we're just going to set something basic up for now, just so I get some items here. This is... Oh. But that's fine. Hopefully it will be fast enough. So eventually... Eventually I want to have... I can set them up already, just so you guys know. I'm going to have, like, cobblestone, gravel, dirt. And then the other thing is that there's probably going to be some other things like, I don't know, limestone, what's the other one called? Marble, and who knows what else, okay? I'm just going to set them up here. And I'm going to lock them all for right now, just so it cannot put anything into these. Like that. And then the very end here, we are going to come... Let's go like this for now. I made 4 golden chests, so this is gonna be for the ores and so on. Guys, for now, I just want to get this going, and then eventually we're gonna extend this here and actually make a real station here, okay? So, and now, of course, here, we're gonna pump out into all of these. And come back that way, but... Can I... Yes, I got the wrench. I want to disconnect this, that, and that. So it goes this line first, and then it's going to start. So right now, this is the chest. It should be putting everything in from the first trip. Because I locked all of these, so I can assign them properly. And then I got one of them. Perfect. I want the fast... Excuse me, the fast one here. A stack at a side, at a time. And redstone signal is ignored. So if I put something in here, like this, it should come out. And then it should be going down into this first chest over here. Alright, cool. So I think we are pretty much ready to give this a spin. Yeah, let me just put this in here for this project. I don't need this. And I don't need this one right now either. And we don't need that. Okay, so is this in here? Perfect. And let's put that in there. Okay, so now we got our rail cart itself. And I do want to start it from here. Alright, it is facing the correct way. Because there's a couple of things that we need to set up here. That is the GUI for itself. The first thing I'm going to do is here, click on Disable Drill. Because when it's in the station, the drill is supposed to be disabled. Chunk loading, you cannot activate it until it actually has power and it is going, okay? So I'm going to just give this 1 stack of charcoal manually. What? Okay. What? Okay. I was not ready for you. This stinks. Okay, I gotta be quick here. Shift, left click. I want this to go down to height control 12. I'm going to turn on the chunk loader. And this right here, I'm going to set to 7 and 15. Just like that. And it... Okay, it stopped there. I totally forgot about that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Now I can take a moment and go through this. So the drill is disabled. Over here is the fuel. If it ever runs, if ever one of these slots runs out, it's empty, right? And you mine any coal, it will actually put it up into this. Anything that it can burn, it will put up there automatically. This slot right here is to repair this drill. You guys see it's at 1 million durability. And if I ever need to repair this, I just need to put this reinforced metal in the ingots and it will repair this. But it lasts a long time. Torches are here, the rails are here, and the bitch building. And you guys saw it automatically put those in there from right there. That's what this does. And the height control right here, you guys see, it shows you diamond, redstone, gold, lapis, iron, coal, and emerald. I wanted to mine at 12. And chunk loading is on. So, let's just give this a spin. And we'll watch it for a bit. Now, you guys saw it. It is over here. It goes automatically, and check it out. It enabled the drill because it drove past this. And there we go. It does a 5x5. So it's just gonna step down like that, and as soon as the light level is below, a 7 or below, it will place torches. And you guys see there's one already missing here, so there was some kind of an ore here. Why do I have a water artichoke? Where did that come from? Alright. It should be placing torches any second now. There we go. It placed them there, and it does it every third block with this setting. So it keeps everything nicely lit up. And I love this. This is, you guys see again, there's a pocket right there. Let's just check what it has here. So it already got some copper and some chimerite. And because it was on the side of the wall right here, it kept going until the entire vein was mined out. And that is why this upgrade right here, this, what is it called? That one right there, the ore extractor, is so important. If you don't have that one, it simply just does that 5x5. It doesn't care if there's anything behind it. By the way, I noticed that the ores that are in directly, I think, in these 3 right here, there, and there, it never touches. It just places the rails. So it's not like it breaks the ore, then places a block via the bridge builder. Oh, right there. It actually needed one. Oh, fun cave system. Oh. I'm going to leave this open so I can go down there and maybe one day check it out or something. Because mine shafts would be nice to find more. I still have not found a skeleton spawner. I really would like a skeleton spawner. But this is it in a nutshell right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for this guy to be done. It's going to fill this storage and this storage. And then when it goes back up, we're going to watch it. What it's going to do. I'm going to sleep for a second. And I'm also going to take some of the cobblestone it has right now. And then just, once it's on the bottom, I'm okay with it, okay? But I would like to close some of these holes here. I am going to close this one. I remember where it was because it placed this one right here. But I'm going to block these off just because this tunnel going down, I want to be nice. I hope that makes sense. Okay, can't get up there. What? 1710, man. It must have been finding a lot over here. Oh, I'm placing it and it's mining it as soon as I place it. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make this safe over here. I've never seen what happens when it mines gravel. I'm gonna have to check that out as well. Check this out. That's awesome. Found a zombie spawner right here. That is that first hole that we just dug up, and I just went in to light it all up just so I don't have any things spawning here. Let's go back there. All these oreberry bushes and so on I get later. There's that block that we saw earlier. Up there. Okay. Ooh, almost done. Whoops. What are you? Hopper. Alright, I'll get this in a minute over here. I want to get back up there because I think the cart's probably going to be ready any second. Where did I come from? Up here. Let me get back. I think from over here, yes. Jump down here. Okay, it's still going. But it is almost full. So I want to make sure I get up there before it. I'm probably going to also replace this strip right here on one side with stairs. So I don't need to hop up and down if I need to get down there to check what it's doing and so on. And I'm gonna just do that in a minute. Because, you know, hopping, that costs so much food. Wait, are you coming back up anytime? You were full. Hopefully. Don't let me down. You want to bet that if I go down there now, as soon as I'm down there, it's going to come up. Where's my bag? There it is. Let me get my crafting table on a stick and make some stairs. Alright, I'm gonna have to check what's going on. What's happening there? Oh. Can I not click on you? So why are you stuck? Well, that's no good. What? Oh, is there any fluid maybe nearby? You see that right there? It went at an angle? I'm gonna have to check. No, I don't see anything wrong here. Oh, aha! He's finally going back up. Alright, what I'm gonna do now is... I want to see what's underneath this block. Huh. I don't know what the dealio is here, guys. And it also stopped breaking these. Alright, let's find out what's going on here. Because, I mean, I cannot come down here, babysit this every couple minutes. Right? So that's 1, 2, 3. That's where the torches are supposed to be, right here. And let's put this one there. I have no idea. Alright, let's get up there and see if it unloads properly. I don't know, there might also be some kind of a timer that when the cart doesn't do something for, you know, X amount of minutes or something, then it will just turn around and go back up. I know that these are supposed to run autonomous. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Meaning, you know, run forever. So, put stuff in here. This is already empty. How we looking here? Alright, so it emptied. Turn this off. And all the items are going into here. Okay, so that seemed to have worked. And we'll send it off again. The drill should be on. Ow. Okay, so it looks like it didn't have room to pick up that andesite right there, right? So it just kept digging through the rock that it was able to do. Which doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. What are you getting right now? Aha! There must be coal somewhere hidden. Interesting. I don't know if there's another module or something I can do, but I don't know. I mean, I got so many things in here to be smarter. If that makes any sense. Okay, now it's getting copper from somewhere. Wow. I have no idea where it's getting that from. We're missing some over here. Actually, let's use... I want this one to be somewhat nice, this mineshaft here. And... wow, was this one pocket of things? That would be crazy. I don't know where it's getting these ores from, but I won't complain. You keep getting them all you want. Alright. Seems to be... no. Blue topaz, chimerite. That's pretty cool. And it's chunk loaded, so that means I can go back to the base and do other things. And not need to worry about this, which is, you know, super awesome. I mean... yeah, we got down to Y12. It went up 3 times to empty. And I just wanted to show you guys how efficient this is. Look at the amount of stuff in here. And all of this is just from right here. It had to go down one more step and then start going straight. So all this stuff you guys see here is from all these side pockets. There are things I didn't even know were here. I mean, look at this. All this is made by the cart. And I'm probably going to, I don't know, some of these I'm probably going to have to light up before I close them up. Just so I don't get any things in the pockets. And I think I'm going to leave the sides exposed now on the top. I'm just going to keep the floor here closed off whenever I come down. I close these holes just so I can walk nicely. And I'm just waiting for it to get full now. So it goes up. Well, let me help it out a little bit. So it gets fuller. And then we're going to check how much stuff we've gotten just by tunneling down to here and this little stretch. You know, this is quite a big tunnel if you think about it. A 5x5. This takes you a long time to dig by hand, even with a hammer. And all it takes is a little bit of charcoal. And it's fully autonomous. I really, really am happy with the setup. Oh, we got some redstone gold. Wonder if it's gonna get this redstone before it leaves. Well, it took this out, but that's probably wasn't that ore that was connected to it. Oh, it's going back. Alright, so it's... this is the things I don't understand here. Why it does that. You know what? I'm gonna leave this now. I'm gonna stop worrying about it. I'm gonna let this go. Well, I'm just gonna let it go until probably tomorrow or something. Maybe... let's see. It turned the drill off. I want to see how fast this fills up. If the thing can keep up. I want to make sure it's pumping out faster than we're putting in. Right now it's over there filling itself with all the parts it needs. Okay. Yeah, it can easily keep up. Very cool. And this guy right here, I think I'm just gonna... I don't know how I should do it. Maybe it has 3 stacks. I think I'm just gonna take these out. So it has all the other materials, but when it used 3 stacks of rail cards, that's wow, that's a lot. That's 120, 180 and change going that way straight ahead. And then I want it to stop. I don't want this to keep going all night or whatever. So what I'm gonna do now is send it off. And then we're actually gonna break wrong one, this one. Take this out and we're gonna set a regular track here. So now it does not stop anymore. Okay? And let's check here. Is this done? Yes. Look at this. This is a lot of stuff. This is 20 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes of mining. Of course, all these coppers here are going to turn into one version if I take them out. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that when it is in here. What I could do eventually is set up a barrel for every single ore here. And then it will unify it, because that way it also takes up less space, right? That makes sense. But that is really cool. What was the other thing here? I don't remember. So this is gonna keep going. Let's check downstairs one more time. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. Why is this all messed up again? I fixed this already. Huh. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I thought I fixed it, but I didn't. Let's see what it did now back here. So for some reason, it just hopped over this for some... Whoop. May I get out? Thank you. Let me have some blocks here. Let me get these. And we'll just do that for it. And I can close this. So what does it do here? 1, 2, 3, and then fourth. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the torches I took off should be there. It's a lot of torches. A lot more than you would need. But that is fine. Torches are easy to make. But I'm really happy about this, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know down in the comments if you have any recommendations of possibly making a better miner cart. Because I'm sure there's maybe one of the other add-ons that I did not think of here to make. And I also wanted to show you guys one more thing here. And that is, there is upgrades here. Let me see, where is it? That you can make your assembly faster. Let's see. Right here. Module assembling time. Part assembling, -700 seconds. That is not too much, but I wonder if you can put multiples. But these are very expensive. That's pretty crazy. I don't think we're going to assemble that many of these carts, but what I found is really cool looking. Right here, there's all these managers where apparently you can make... There's also upgrades for the... we could automate the... whatchamacallit? That cart assembler. So if you want to, I don't know, automate assembling these carts for different purposes or something, and then when it's done, it can place it on the track automatically, and it could go in a holding area and so on. Maybe in the future we'll find some use for that. But right now, I'm happy with the way it's running, and we're just going to leave it that way. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm super excited, because now we're finally going to get ore that we really, really need. And it feels like I'm going to have to do a lot of cleaning up here all the time to keep this going and kind of neat looking, because we're not just going to go one way, guys. I'm going to show you here, probably next episode, we're going to have another cart. And I'm just going to give you the idea of what's going to happen is the miner cart will come down and then, for example, make a branch right here. 100 blocks long. When it's done, it's going to come back, go upstairs, and go into a waiting area. And then another cart will come down here, go down this tunnel, pick up the 100 tracks back up, go back up top. Then this miner cart with those tracks comes back down and makes another branch mine here, 100 long. And so on and so on. So we're going to fully automate that. Hopefully next episode. And I also want to get started on getting the materials back to our base. So I don't need to run over here. Eventually, you know, this is just going to be autonomous. Really fully autonomous. So that means we're also going to have to bring charcoal over here automatically. Yay, our first diamonds. Awesome. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And what are you going to do now? Are you going to play something here? Please? Don't fall in the lava. Yes, it did. See? Bridge builder works. Awesome. I'll catch you next time, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And bye-bye.